Today, we are cracking one of the most elegant and, let's be honest, sometimes confusing codes in the entire animal kingdom: the mind of a cat. If you've ever looked at your feline friend and just wondered, what on earth is going on in there? Well, you've come to the right place. We're about to decode their behavior in a way that might just change your relationship with them forever.
So let me just ask you straight up. Do you really feel like you get your cat? For so many of us, our cats are this wonderful, beautiful mystery. One minute they're a purring ball of fluff on your lap, and the next they're staring at a blank wall like it holds all the secrets of the universe. We are going to turn that confusion into clarity, I promise.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll dive into their core mindset. Then, we'll learn how to decode their language, move on to building trust, setting up the perfect environment, and finally, we'll uncover the real secret to a true friendship.
All right, first things first, and this is probably the most important thing to get. A cat is not just a small dog. So much of our frustration and misunderstanding comes from applying dog logic to a completely different species. A cat's entire worldview is built on a totally different foundation.
And this slide right here perfectly sums it up. The common idea is that we're their master, their owner, and they should aim to please us. But the reality? That's totally different. To your cat, you aren't a master. You are a safe, predictable, warm, food-providing piece of their environment. Trust isn't just given. It has to be earned by proving you're a stable, non-threatening presence in their world.
And that brings us to the absolute bedrock of a cat's life: routine. For a cat, routine equals security. You see, suddenly moving their food bowl or their litter box isn't just a small change for them. It's a huge security breach. It can cause real, genuine anxiety. A stable, predictable environment is what tells them, okay, I can relax here, I can let my guard down.
Okay, so once we understand how they think, we can start to figure out what they're trying to tell us. And here's the trick. Cats are communicating all the time, but a lot of it isn't with their voice. You have to learn to listen with your eyes.
Think of this chart as your secret decoder ring. Let's start with the tail. If it's held high, that's a happy, confident cat saying hello. But a big, puffed-up tail, that means they're terrified or really angry. Now, look at the ears. Pointing forward means they're relaxed and curious, but if those ears go flat against their head, that is a clear sign they feel threatened or stressed. And sure, a meow usually means I want something, but a hiss is a warning that's not up for debate. It means back off now.
This all leads us right to the heart of it all: trust. You can't force a cat to trust you. It's something they have to decide to give you. So this next part is all about how you can earn that gift.
The golden rule is simple. Let the cat be in control of the interaction. Don't just rush in. All you have to do is sit down near them, calmly. Maybe slowly extend a hand and just wait. Let them come to you. Let them sniff you. And talk in a low, soft voice. Oh, and this is a big one. Avoid staring. In the cat world, a long, direct stare is a challenge, a threat.
And now for the ultimate pro move. It's called the slow blink. When you're near a cat, just try slowly, deliberately closing your eyes and then opening them again. You're literally speaking their language. You're saying, I'm relaxed. I trust you. I am not a threat. And when a cat does it back to you, that is a huge sign of affection. It's basically a cat kiss.
Now, when it comes to petting, it's all about location, location, location. Most cats absolutely love being scratched under the chin and behind the ears. But the belly? That's usually a no-fly zone. You see, showing you their belly is a sign of trust, but it's not an invitation to touch that vulnerable spot. And always, always pay attention to their signals. If their tail starts twitching fast or they give you a quick little nip, they're not being mean. They're just politely saying, okay, that's enough for now, thanks.
All right, let's zoom out from direct interaction and talk about their space. Creating a home that actually caters to a cat's natural instincts is absolutely fundamental to their happiness and, by extension, to your relationship with them.
So to make a cat feel truly secure and at home, you need to think like a cat. They need a safe, quiet place to sleep. They absolutely need a high place to perch. Cats feel safest when they can survey their kingdom from above. Toys are non-negotiable for mental stimulation, and a scratching post isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's how they stretch, maintain their claws, and mark their territory. And of course, a clean litter box and a quiet, calm spot is just basic decency in the cat world.
And just a quick but super important safety note. Some human foods are incredibly dangerous for cats. We're talking about things like chocolate, onions, and even cooked chicken bones, which can splinter. Honestly, the safest, simplest rule is this:
Just stick to food that's made specifically for cats. It's the best way to keep them healthy. Okay, so let's pull all these threads together. We've talked about how they think, how they communicate, and what they need from their environment. The real secret to a true, lasting friendship with a cat is to stop trying to make them into something they're not, and just start embracing them for the unique creatures they are.
And if you take only one thing away from this whole explainer, let it be this. The number one most important rule is patience. Every single cat is an individual. They have their own quirks, their own history, their own personality. The key isn't to make them act like some other cat, it's to take the time to learn the amazing cat that you have.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The effort you put in, it pays off more than you can imagine. When you finally crack their code, you don't just have a pet. You have a companion that is intelligent and kind and loving, all on its own very special terms.
So, the question I'll leave you with is, what's next? Now that you have the keys to the code, what's the first new thing you're going to try with your cat today? Are you going to try the slow blink? Maybe find a new high spot for them to perch? Or maybe you'll just sit quietly in the same room and let them come to you. Your next chapter starts right now.